right. Lots of people want to know how to do front end inspections. I go through this over the phone every day. So we're going to start. First you have to get a lovely assistant to rock the steering wheel. Okay? Now, they're going to rock it just right. You start rocking and then we look for bad stuff. Little harder, a little quicker. So what we're looking for is any lost motion. Make some little rocks. Oh, look at that. You see the lost motion right there? That tells me that this nut is loose. Okay? You'll see the lost motion over here too, jumping all around. You want to check all points. You want to check your tie rod ends, both ends. I don't see any lost motion here. But this one's definitely got to get tightened up. Now, the other end is the end of these track bars. Jeeps are just terrible for loose track rods. This one's good. You know, obviously it's got an aftermarket one on. 9 times out of 10, if the Jeep's wandering, that's it. If the alignment's right. Now, let's go over, oh, we had a Jeep in here recently that the guy was certain the steering box was right. Now, I don't know if you can hear that play. They're supposed to slide back and forth, but that play should be no play. But here's the deal. This 10U joint doesn't move at all. Although with the steering wheel on it, you can steer, and you just thought the power had gone out of the box. Just needed a new shaft. All right, so now let's get the one that's in really fine shape. All right. So we'll get to rocking this here in a minute. So this lift kit has come in and it's wandering all over. Rock it a little quicker. Now, what's the bad spot here? Put my fingers right on here. It's in the air. It doesn't help if it's in the air. Okay, keep rocking it. Okay, we got a little play in this one. I can feel it with my fingers. It goes click, click right in my fingers. Okay, I'm over here on these joints. These are tight. Now look at how this one's wiggling. But what you really notice is look at the steering box. This whole frame is cracked up in here. Sometimes it's just loose steering box bolts. Also, you can see this one over here. Now the boots come off, but you see the motion right there? The other way, sometimes there's not enough weight. If you grab this with a big pair of channel locks, all these tie rod ends, they are spring loaded. If you get a 1/16 of an inch, it's not bad, but if you squeeze them, you're getting an 1/8 of an inch, they're definitely time to repair. Now, the next thing you gotta look at, things being weird for steering, we're gonna pick up a tire here. Okay, you can stop wiggling. Now we're checking wheel bearings and ball joints. Getting a little play out of that. It's not too bad. I'd say it needs an adjusted wheel bearing. The other thing I do is we like to steer the tire all the way one way, or somebody else has it. And I'll show you what that's for. We've had U-joints. You can see this one here. You see the rust right here? We've had them rust up so tight that it's just like this one here. It won't move. And what's weird, we had one time it moved this way, but you got in this position, it wouldn't move. Now obviously this one does. But when that rocked around here, even though it was in 2-wheel drive, when the front axle got to the 2 caps that didn't move, you couldn't steer it. I put it in a vise with a 10-foot pipe and couldn't get it to move. So there's something else you want to check. Now if I remember right, there was some bad ball nuts somewhere. Well, you grasp your tire top and bottom. Not this one, surprisingly, is okay. But if you get any clunk, if it's a click click, it's usually wheel bearings. If it's a thump thump, have somebody rock it top and bottom, and then look for play in these upper and these lower ball joints. Again, to check your U-joints, obviously you can look at them for play, but if they're rusted up, then you steer it all the way and then lock your hub in. You can rotate the tire, it's working. If you go halfway around, it locks up. That's a rusted up U-joint. What else do we got here? I think if you zoom in here on this one, you can actually see someone has welded this frame before. Usually they're not broken. Usually just look, I look for rub marks around all the bolts. And yeah, that's how you look for it. You're looking for lost motion. That's how you do a front end inspection.